Hey, everybody. Welcome to tonight's edition. This is the second part of the series I'm dealing on with anxiety. And I just want to have a warm welcome to extend my gratitude to everyone for joining. It's been an amazing day, inauguration day. We have a new president here in America. I thought it might be appropriate actually to have a video dealing with a fresh start and how we can build more peace and also more focus and awareness in ourselves individually and also in helping other people. So, the topic tonight actually has to do with something called the Wheel of Awareness, which is a tool that helps to build mindfulness and awareness of who you are and bringing about a feeling of centeredness and knowing that you can manage anything, whatever stress comes your way. This type of meditative practice is something that anyone can do. And tonight I'm going to try to lead you through it, do some step-by-step guided practice on this wonderful tool. And I'm hoping it will be something that you can try again and again in your own spare time. So I'm going to talk just a few little things about it now. I'm going to try to keep track of the time because I do like to talk a lot, and I sometimes get off track. And then after the the practice, excuse me, I'm hoping that I can say a few more words at the end and maybe just ask you how you managed and how it went for you. So the first thing that is really wonderful about this that I want to say is that the wheel of awareness is a way to really deal with many different difficult emotions. Tonight, since we're talking about anxiety, it's going to be really something you can use that is going to reduce anxiety. It's going to help bring about a feeling of calm and a sense of your own control over the outcome of a situation. So wouldn't it be wonderful if you actually had that power? Well, it's the truth and the exciting part is it is within all of us. We have this resource. We just have to cultivate it and practice it. These days, so many of us, myself included, we're running helter-skelter around the world. There's things bombarding us. Our attention is split and divided, and it's very hard with all of these challenging things and technology happening to actually even know and breathe and feel who we really are deeper inside our real presence. And so I wanted to ask you if you want to think of this image. There's another image that comes to mind, and that is when we're anxious, we're kind of like a kite that's lost its string, and we're kind of being blown all over the sky, and we don't know where we're going. We don't know if we're going up or down, if we're going to crash and hit the ground or float away and never get out of the moment that we're in. It can be very scary. Now imagine if that kite was you, but you could direct where it goes. So that's kind of what I'm saying about in terms of situations that you're in, is that you can actually feel anxiety, but it doesn't have to overwhelm anyone. It doesn't have to overwhelm you. So another image to think of is a flagpole with a flag on top. While we may get blown away around and the flag might go up in this way and that on a windy day, our emotions, our centeredness is still grounded, okay? So I'm gonna begin by just getting into it, and I'm gonna say a few words now about the wheel of awareness. And the best way to really understand this is kind of not abstractly, but in the actual process of it. So if you could follow through with me and participate in this, all the better. You will have already practiced using it one session. So I think it's going to be a really useful way for you to deal with anxiety when it comes up and sort of let the anxiety do what it's supposed to do, which is to lead you to action, but not to lead you into a lack of control or a feeling of confusion. That's when anxiety overwhelms us. So here we go. All right. The wheel of awareness. The wheel of awareness is a circular wheel. Imagine it as a bicycle tire. Okay. And in the center of it, we have awareness, which is you. Okay. We call that the hub. So in the middle of this wheel is the hub, and it's your awareness of things around you. So, what are some of the things around you? Well, there's actually four different areas that the wheel has been divided into. And I almost forgot to mention, this is by Daniel Siegel. He is a lead founder in mindfulness based stress reduction at UCLA. So he came up with this wonderful technique. And around the edge of the wheel, okay, we have these different areas where our attention can go. So our attention can go to our physical sensations, okay, our five senses, right? Touch, taste, smell, what am I missing? Vision and sound. So that is one compartment or one area where we often go. We get a lot of information. Another area along the edge of that wheel, if you can imagine this, is your mental interior mental mind, and that includes things like your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, hopes, dreams, despair, whatever it might be that comes into your head. Um, a third area is actually our inner body. Those are our inner sensations, like feeling hot, cold, heavy, tired, that kind of thing. We can even our heartbeat and our lungs breathing in and out is something that falls in that realm. And then we have finally this area called interconnectivity. It's really kind of cool because that's an area where we can focus our attention on others outside of ourselves. I mean, ourself is one thing, but then the rest of us, not just the people physically in the room or nearby in your house or wherever you are, but also anyone who's alive on earth, people you don't even know, but any breathing, and that includes not just people, but animals and plants as well. Okay, so if you can kind of just keep that in mind, and I'm going to show you a visual here. And in the visual here, as I said before, the middle is our awareness. This is you. And at any given moment, we are dwelling in one of these areas, this light blue, this dark blue, this brown, and the red. Sometimes we're kind of dabbing in both or several at the same time. And sometimes the borderline is not so easily distinguished. So, for example, we may be feeling, seeing something through sense of sight, but then at the same time, we're getting a mental thought of something. Maybe it's a piece of, maybe it's an ice cream, and you see it, and now the thought is, "Oh, I'm hungry. I want to get one of those." Maybe your body at the same time inside feels a sense of hunger, and then maybe at the other end too, you're thinking of maybe what it's going to like to taste that, but also who made it. The people around you who are enjoying the ice cream if you're at an ice cream store. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this exercise with a kind of sped up version. So it's really meant to be done slowly and patiently, because meditation should never be rushed. But I'm going to just try to do the short version of this, and let's see how it goes. And then if you would at the end, the hope here at the end is for me to hear a little bit about how it went from you, a little bit of feedback, but no pressure. You don't have to. So we begin by closing our eyes. Okay, we're going to close our eyes. We're going to take a big breath in and out, and exhale and inhale. And one more. So just taking your mind off of anything that you might have been occupied with before you tuned in tonight. See if you can sit up tall, a little straight, wherever you are. But keeping your eyes closed, And I just want you to feel that you are in a safe place. You've come to a safe spot, and you're going to do something that I think is going to be very helpful to you if you can manage to kind of go through this with me. So the first thing is I want you to just notice what you hear around you. If you notice anything that you feel with your skin, your hands, maybe the sensation of just your clothes on your skin. Maybe you are also tasting something, perhaps. Maybe there's a smell. And so just bringing those sensations to us, allowing them to come in, and noticing that our attention is focused on just those five sensations. I didn't mention sight because our eyes are closed, but actually in this exercise, you can open. I'm going to step back. I'm glad I did. You can open your eyes to just see what's there, and now we're going to close our eyes again. So we're going to be kind of moving on to the next area along the edge of the wheel. Now I'm doing this really fast. The next one is our mental state. This is described, I guess, more in terms of our interior mind, which is always pretty busy. So I want to just invite you, allow yourself to invite in any thoughts you may be having and just keep breathing. Any emotions you may have, memories, desires, perhaps a desire to want this to go fast or maybe to last longer or last shorter, or some other desire, unrelated. Our thoughts and our emotions, we're just allowing them to come in. Maintaining our awareness of these thoughts and feelings as they arise and allowing them to sort of take hold and find a place inside ourselves. So we're going to leave this area of awareness. Remember, there were four. So we're going to move on now to the third area. And I find this third area pretty interesting. In my own meditation, I never really thought too much about this, but this is an area of awareness called our interior sensations, not our mental side. That was an area we just left. This is about inside yourself. See if you can feel and perhaps even name what you are feeling inside. And I'm doing this as a guided practice, so I normally wouldn't talk this much. But if you're feeling lost, that's okay. Um, it's something we're just trying out, and I can feel, for example, heat in my hands, behind my eyes. My head feels a little bit tingly, a little bit light, actually. And when I breathe in, I feel the air coming through my windpipe down into my lungs. You may feel your pulse or heart if you're very quiet and still. So again, we are just focusing our awareness on this part here. And I'm just gradually, I looked over at the clock, and so I want to finish this. But I want to do the last of the four areas that I mentioned that we can, our awareness focuses on. And that last one here is the interconnectivity of us and all human and other life around us. Uh, it's about being aware of others, starting with yourself, but others as well. Perhaps someone in another room, me across the computer from you, people across the world, anybody, young, old, babies, animals, pets, cats, dogs, fish, plants, vegetables, carrots, tomatoes. And we'll take one or two more breaths in and out. And before, I almost forgot, the fifth and last area of awareness is the awareness of our own awareness. So that means bringing your attention to your own awareness, not to you like the body of you or the thoughts, but this idea that you are aware of awareness, of your essence. And you guys can open up your eyes now. And I thought, how can I relate this to anxiety? And I think in the beginning, I was just saying that anxiety is not in the present moment. This is an activity which is about bringing mindfulness to your life, to your experience. And what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is just being in the very present moment, right now, and aware of the present moment and what's going on in the present moment. Okay? So, focus is one product of mindfulness. And with focus, it's only logical that you will have control over and attention over these various parts of our awareness that we keep our mind on. This takes practice. And then I just want to share this screen here. Let's see if I still have it. Below here, I wanted to just say that anxiety is really not being in the present moment. Anxiety is being somewhere else. It takes us away from our essence, from our focus. And we don't want to be the irritation. We don't want to be the anxiety. And this is really important. We want to be the watcher. So sort of like a spectator. We can be involved in something very important. This does not mean running away. It rather means just the opposite, but getting more involved in that which our anxiety is asking us to do, to take action. So we want to we want to be the watcher and not the source of the irritation, of the anxiety, of the overwhelming feelings that kind of come through us of a very fast heartbeat so that we can't even know what's happening around us, right? They say, as you're driving behind the wheel, you want to keep your focus, right? Or on anything that requires skill and attention, or you're going to make a mistake. The same can be true in taking a test. It could be in speaking to someone that maybe is difficult to talk to, and not allowing our emotions to flood us and keep us present and aware. So I'll just end by saying here, I know I went way over, but these are some of the outcomes that have been proven in studies using this wheel of awareness. Improved emotional intelligence, reduced stress levels, improved mental and emotional well-being, better access to your intuition, high level of empathy, interpersonal skills, healthier resilience, reduction in anxiety and depression. And then there's also a lot of physical things too, that lower cholesterol, better heart health, there's a whole list of other physical things that come along with this. So thank you for participating tonight. It's 20 minutes, I realize, and I hope you feel something after doing that, even though that was short, and even though I was talking a lot through it. I hope that you got something out of it. And please stay tuned till next week. Next week I will be broadcasting again. I think it's probably going to start every Tuesday or Wednesday. I haven't decided yet. And we'll be doing our next part 3 of dealing with anxiety. And I promise to have a very special technique or practice that you can use, something very practical to take with you. And then I would just say, please take a look and hit that. I'm supposed to have a subscribe button here somewhere. And please, if you want to make a comment, I would love to hear your comments in the description underneath the video. So thanks again. And please tell your friends about this. I would love to get, as many people as possible, because I really feel these are powerful things that I'm doing that can help you, and myself too. It helps me. All right. I'm going to say goodbye, and we'll see you next time on Emotional Intelligence and You. Stay in there. Stay tuned. Thank you, and God bless you.